breakaway to win the tournament. They do. Liam Folks, the freshman, and the new kids on the block are the new tournament champions.
It was truly a remarkable season for Penn State hockey, a program that is still considered really pretty darn new. They won the postseason league tournament and more. They reached #1 in the rankings for the first time ever. In a game against Union, they scored 10 goals. First team to do so in nearly 30 years in the tourney. It's a season they'll remember for a long time in State College. And here to talk about all that is Penn State head coach Guy Gadowsky. Guy, let's start with this. After just missing out on the Frozen Four, what message did you give to your team in the locker rooms after the last game?
Wow, in the locker room, you know what, it was more about the seniors in the locker room. It wasn't really a message. I think it's always hard right after you lose, but I think now, a few days later, I think everybody in the program can look back and be really proud of what was accomplished and how it was accomplished.
I want to get to your seniors in just a second, but let's just look at the season as a whole. You win the Big Ten tournament, you make the NCAA tournament, you win a tournament game. They're all program firsts. So now that the year is done, when you look back, how will you describe this year?
Pretty magical. All those things that happened and the way they happened were a lot of fun and very unexpected. I think what happened in Detroit was great because we knew that we had to win at least one, probably two games to make sure that we were in the tournament. And when that happened, that was a huge accomplishment, as you mentioned, being the first in program history. And then obviously the way it was done in double overtime and then to come back the very next night and win the Big Ten championship in double overtime against another great traditional iconic program as Wisconsin was extremely gratifying and a ton of fun.
What were your expectations at the beginning of this year?
Really, it was just to improve. I think because we had so much turnover, we're playing with 11 new freshmen, 2 other new faces, that we had so many new guys and so many question marks. Our goaltending position was really the one position we felt comfortable with, and then in the summer, Eamon McAdam signed with the Islanders, and we were back to square zero. That we really didn't have expectations. We wanted to improve, but we really weren't sure if you want to put a quantity on it, like number of wins or anything like that. But as the guys gelled so quickly, I think our leadership did such a good job of bringing the new guys together that, you know, at some point during the season, we're like, geez, we may have something special here.
You mentioned those guys who were your leaders, the seniors on your team. When this senior class came to Penn State, it was a brand new program, and now they're a national contender. How did that happen?
Yeah, that was really gratifying, a lot of fun. I mean, you look at these guys, they played their first game at the very first game in Pagula Ice Arena, and then 4 years later, they won a Big Ten championship. So it's a pretty cool story, and I think how it was done was following Penn State University. It's such a great university. The support that our program was given, our student athletes were given, and I think especially from the community and the Roar Zone, our student section just made our atmosphere so great that it was really, it wasn't only a lot of fun, but it was very motivating as well. And I think that's a big part of why these guys got it done.
And the future looks bright, too. Like you mentioned, a very young team. You could talk about a lot of the young guys, but let me ask you specifically, what stood out about Dennis Smirnoff this past year?
His mind. I mean, he's got a very special mind. His vision is incredible. His hand skills are obviously great, but you have to see what he sees. I don't know how I don't know how he thinks the game as he does. It's something amazing to watch, and he does all of that with such a calm head. That's really what's allowed him to be so successful and why he's so much fun to watch.
How close was the identity of this year's team to what you want the program ideally to be?
Yeah, we're getting there. You know, our coaching staff has never been accused of being too defensive. We want guys that can score and get up and down the ice, and I think we are a lot quicker team than we ever have been. And as you mentioned, with guys like Dennis Smirnoff and the way they think the game, I think we probably think it a lot more creatively, at least on the offensive side of the puck. So we're getting pretty close to what we've envisioned.
What message did this season send to the rest of the college hockey world about Penn State?
I don't know. I mean, that's maybe up to them, but I hope it's that we're for real. I mean, I'd like to think that. I'd like to hope that the rest of the nation sees how much fun we're having at Pagula Ice Arena and that it's great for college hockey.
It was great for college hockey and for the league and for the school and really all around. It was just a great story, guys. So congratulations on the great year you had. Thanks for giving us some of your time.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Mike. Thanks.